On August 27th of 2013, Treyarch made history by releasing the masterpiece of a map that we know as Origins. Now, 9 years later, this map is still the most enjoyed and well-received map that we have ever seen in the community, and I've always been confused as to why that is. Is the map actually perfect like everyone makes it out to be, or is it just one of those maps that people like so much due to the nostalgia that blinds them, kind of like Kino der Toten? In this video, I set out on a mission to figure that out, and this is the series where I objectively view each and every single zombies map and figure out all of the bad features on them. Now, while you guys are watching this, it's important to remember that every single zombies map has both good and bad features, and even though I'm listing the negatives in this video, it doesn't mean that I necessarily dislike the map. With all of that being said, let's just get started with what makes Origins an imperfect zombies map contrary to popular belief. Now, it is no secret that Origins is one of the more difficult maps to learn, which causes it to not be very well received within the casual zombies community. In my opinion, it's one of the maps that's weighed down by constant complex quests and Easter eggs in order to progress anywhere throughout the map. I believe that it becomes such a problem that it is impossible for a player to just load into a game of Origins and play a casual game of zombies without searching some sort of tutorial or Mr. Awful Waffle video. Alongside this though, I would also have to say that it probably has some of the worst gameplay progression we've ever seen in a single zombies map. Origins is an extremely large map, but it has no real forms of fast travel outside of the tank, which is obviously lacking when it comes to mobility. Now, all of this without even mentioning the fucking mud that slows you down to a walking speed. Now, after you overcome the daunting movement speed, you end up running into some of the most expensive doors we've ever seen in COD Zombies, costing up to 2,500 points. And all of that money just to open up the fucking Pack-a-Punch machine. So you finally make it to Pack-a-Punch machine, but now you realize that the setup is nearly as bad as transits. Basically, you have to run around through the mud to activate 6 different generators around the map in order for the Pack-a-Punch to be fully built. Once you complete that though, you have these annoying ass Templar zombies that decide to take away your ability to access the Pack-a-Punch. Oh yeah, and I think I also forgot to mention the annoying ass mud that once again you need to run through in order to save your Pack-a-Punch machine. Oh, you were successful in saving the Pack-a-Punch machine? Well, don't forget about this fucking guy who spawns in faster than your dad left to go get the milk on your birthday. Remember though, unlike your father, he will actually come back to roast the fuck out of you. Now, with all of that being said, this brings us back into where I mentioned the map's impossible quest system to do simple tasks like building and upgrading the wonder weapons on the map. Both the wind and ice staff are entirely based on RNG depending on when you get snow rounds or which route the robot decides to take that game. Oh yeah, and don't even bother going for either of the other wonder weapons because the lightning staff does less damage than the SMR, and the fire staff makes your game crash if you ever get past round 40. To finish off all my Origins complaints, I would have to say that Origins has one of the most boring high round strategies that we have ever seen. The strategy is essentially just sitting in the same place shooting a charged ice staff shot for a daunting 70 rounds of the game. After those 70 rounds though, you essentially just move to Generator 2 where you run the same train for more hours. Now, this was every single bad feature I could find about the fan favorite zombies map Origins, and if you have anything else I didn't mention in this video, feel free to let me know in the comments. Also, make sure you guys check out this video where I named the best feature in Origins.